wanted to give you a quick rundown on how to access and how I want the take-home test. So I didn't want to create a separate link called take-home test because we're only going to have one or two. So just under practice test. And we just have one unit right now. Okay, so here's the practice test right here. And actually I want to show you the take-home test. So number one, you're going to open up the Word document. Now if you don't by chance have Microsoft Word, you need to have some sort of word processor. You should be open up the RTF file. The doc file should look better. So let's go ahead and open that up. And I recommend choosing Save. And go ahead and give it a snappy name. So let's do this again. Actually, let's do Save As. So let's do Save As. And this will let us put this thing somewhere. So I'm just going to put it here in my docs for now. Just make sure you can find it. And we'll go ahead and click Open It Up. And so I would definitely prefer it if you would put these graphs and grids in the document itself. Okay, so question one, it says open up the data set, what's your major, and answer the following questions. So there are only two data sets here we're going to be looking at. The what's your major data set and the data set from here, the number of fat grams in breakfast meals at McDonald's. So it says part A, construct a relative distribution and frequency. So relative frequency distribution and a frequency distribution all in one table for students' majors. And then it says to order by count descending. Okay? So go back into Course Compass, and then it says the data set for number one. So this is the data set for number one for the take-home test. So we'll open this up. And if you haven't already done so, once you click in here, you will need to log in to Statcrunch. I can't recall if I've already logged in on this machine or not. Looks like I have. If I haven't, you'll need to click a little button here that says log in and use your same credentials you do to log into my math lab. Okay, so we need to do a frequency distribution. So we're going to click on Stat. It's a table and it's a frequency. And we did a lot of these back in earlier lessons, right? So we only have one column here. I want frequency and relative frequency in the same table, and then make sure you go order by count descending. And I think that's kind of how I want most of these, so make sure you can do that. Click Calculate. And then there's our table. And then you go to Options and copy it, and then you're going to go back into the Word document and just paste it in. Okay, we don't really want that B there. It wanted to automatically number that. So there we go. And then do the same thing for, well, then I heard just ask the questions on these. So construct a frequency bar graph. I'll show you one more. I don't want to actually do this for you, but I want you to be able to make this look nice. So again, here's our data set, and let's go ahead and do a bar chart, or let's do a pie chart. So we do the pie chart. We're going to go with data. I click on here, click next. Up to you if you want to include the count or percent. I wanted to show you one more thing on the graph. See, that graph's a little too large. Let's go ahead and make this a little smaller. Okay, well, maybe we can make it a little wider just so we can read this. That looks good. And then take that, copy, and that was the pie chart. And so just paste it in. And we'll go ahead and it's nice if this is actually right below that. And so make sure it fits on the page. Last semester, students, the pie chart would get cut right in the middle. You don't want it to be that large, okay? So to be able to size this, I recommend saving this again and then printing it out. In fact, you have to print it out, but I recommend saving just in case it happens, that you'll have it on file. And that's it. I hope that helps you organize and create your take-home part of the test.